Today we have gathered to celebrate International Mangrove Day, a day dedicated to recognize the invaluable role that mangrove ecosystems play in protecting our coastlines, sustaining biodiversity, and fighting against climate change. To begin today's proceeding, I invite all the dignitaries, esteemed Vice Chancellor Sri Santosh Kumar Tripathi Sir, keynote speaker Dr. Sitaram Prasad Ponda, scientist BSI West Bengal, Professor Santosh Kumar Agrawala, Chairman Postgraduate Council and Head of the Botany Department, Professor Anil Kumar Biswar, Adjunct Professor of PG Department of Botany and Mentor of Mangrove Research Center, Fakir Mohan University, Professor Anindra Kumar Naik, Professor in Environmental Science Department and Coordinator of Mangrove Research Center, Fakir Mohan University, Dr. Binti Pranay Das, Coordinator PG Department of Botany and PI of Mangrove Research Center of Fakir Mohan University to grace the dais and inaugurate the meeting by watering the holy plant. Thank you, sir. And saplings to our honorable guest on the dais. I request our student volunteers to present saplings to our esteemed Vice Chancellor and all the dignitaries present on the dais. To please rise for the Fakir Mohan University anthem. Moving forward with the formal proceedings of the day, I request our esteemed Vice Chancellor to kindly preside over this meeting and officially guide the sessions ahead. To set the tone for the day, I now invite Professor Santosh Kumar Agrawala Sir, Chairman Postgraduate Council and Head of the PG Department of Botany, to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you, madam. esteemed Vice Chancellor Sri Santosh Kumar Tripathi, today's chief guest, esteemed keynote speaker Dr. Sitaram Prasad Panda, scientist, Botanical Survey of India, West Bengal, esteemed adjunct professor, Professor Anil Kumar Vishwas, esteemed Professor Ranindra Kumar Nayak, Environmental Science Department Professor and Coordinator, Mangrove Research Center, Fakir Mohan University, and my respected Dr. Mihir Das, Coordinator, Department of Botany, and all my dear colleagues and beloved students. A warm good morning to all of you. And first of all, I welcome all of you to this International Mangrove Day celebration on behalf of myself and on behalf of the Fakir Mohan University. Actually, I feel privileged to be a part of this celebration because as the head of the Department of Botany, even if I do not know regarding any botanical subject expertise, because as a German PG Council, I am the head of the department. So it is my duty to welcome all of you to this celebration. As I say, we are not just speaking about we are just not talking about an ecosystem in the textbook. We are talking about our own immediate surrounding or scene. It is written in that banner, you can see. So, right in our backyard, the magnificent Vichitrapur Mangrove Sanctuary along the Subarnarekha River mouth stands as a testimony to the nature's resilience. I want to say we are very close to a mangrove sanctuary, so that is the right time we have to discuss about the importance of this mangrove trees and the conservation of this mangrove forest. We know all of you, these mangroves are, you can say, natural armor, absorbing the fury of cyclones, halting coastal erosion and serving as a vital nursery for marine life. Yet, these guardians cannot protect us if we do not protect them. So, this is where the commendable leadership of Botany Department, University Mangrove Research Center, as well as whole university under the guidance of the Vice Chancellor, Professor Santosh Kumar Tripathi, comes into the play. The proactive environmental awareness campaigns, mega plantation drives, targeted research by our departments and centers, this university is turning the tide from degradation to conservation. By taking education from the classroom directly to the coastal communities, are the creating a generation of eco-workers. So let us renew our pledge to support conservation efforts. Let us ensure that the green belt of Baleswar thrives for generation to come. So thank you and congratulations to the Department of Botany for organizing such type of day for our university lovers, you can say for our nature lovers. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your encouraging words and for extending such a warm welcome to everyone. Now I invite Dr. Mihir Das, Coordinator of PG Department of Botany, and formally to introduce our guests.
Most esteemed Vice Chancellor Sri Santosh Kumar Tripathi sir, esteemed keynote speaker of today's occasion Dr. Sitaram Prasad Panda, scientist, BSI, esteemed Chairman Postgraduate Council Professor Santosh Kumar Agrawala sir, esteemed Adjunct Professor Anil sir, esteemed Professor Anindra sir, and dignitaries of the dais and my dear students. Today it is my privilege to introduce the distinguished dignitaries who have generously joined us on this occasion of observance of the International Mangrove Day 2026. Actually, the International Mangrove Day is tomorrow, and today we are celebrating is so as to reach maximum number of audience. That means on Saturday. This event is being organized by the Department of Botany in collaboration with the newly established Mangrove Research Center, in which Professor Anindra Kumar Naik is coordinating the center, and Professor Anil Kumar Biswal is the mentor of that center. So, in today's program is presided over by Professor Santosh Kumar Tripathi, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Fakir Mohan University. As we all know, under his visionary leadership, the university has significantly strengthened its commitment towards quality teaching, impactful research, innovation, and social outreach with special emphasis on environmental sustainability and interdisciplinary research. Today, we are also honored to welcome our keynote speaker, Dr. Sitaram Prasad Panda, scientist, Botanical Survey of India, West Bengal. Dr. Panda obtained his MSc Life Science degree from Barampur University of Odisha in 2002 and MPhil and PhD from Utkal University, Bhubaneswar in the year 2004 and 2010 respectively. He is working in the field of floristics and ethnobotany since more than 2 decades. Presently, he is working as scientist deep and curator of AJC Bose, Acharya Jagdish Chandra Bose Indian Botanic Garden. However, Dr. Panda has vast experience of garden development and maintenance works, as well as collection of ex situ plants, ex situ conservation of endemic and threatened plants of the country. He has surveyed major forest regions of Eastern Ghat, including Odisha, for collection, identification, and germplasm conservation of wild edible fruits, orchids, and carried out their quantitative assessment. He is also good at collection, identification, and preservation of aquatic plants, especially mangroves and their associates of Odisha. Besides, he has also significantly contributed in the conservation of the germplasm of wild orchids of Eastern Ghats of India in the orchidarium of RPRC Bhubaneswar. He is also well versed on the biodiversity management committee formation, as well as preparation of People's Biodiversity Register, as he was a part of Odisha Biodiversity Board prior to the present engagement. He has published more than 110 research papers on national and international record and authored around 5 books. He has attended a number of international and national symposium and presented papers. He has made several new distributional records for the states as well as India. Today we have with us another 2 resource persons from our university itself, Professor Anil Kumar Biswal. As we all know him, he has significantly contributed to the taxonomic research in Odisha, and he had started his career from Maharaja Sri Ramchandra Kamshadev University, and now he is acting as adjunct professor in the Department of Botany. And as you know him, he is a true plant lover, and his acts, that means he has taken pioneering steps in establishing the botanical garden of this university, and also the non-timber forest product museum of this university. Today we have with us also Professor Anindra Kumar Naik. He is the professor in the Department of Environmental Science, basically from botany background, and he has done significant research on mangroves. Actually, he started his research, PhD research on the mangroves of Mahanadi Delta, and even today also he is working on the mangroves of the northern coastal regions of Odisha. He has significantly contributed to the taxonomic research in Odisha, taxonomic and ethnobotanical research in Odisha. Today we have with us also Chairman Postgraduate Council, though he is the academic head. Recently he has joined as the Chairman Postgraduate Council. Prior to that also, he has significantly shown his interest and contribution in academic leadership and interdisciplinary research. So, on behalf of the Mangrove Research Center and his Department of Botany, Fakir Mohan University, I extend warmest welcome to all our distinguished guests. We are truly honored by your presence and look forward for your inspiring thought and valuable guidance. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for introducing our distinguished guest so beautifully to the gathering. I now invite Professor Ramindra Kumar Naik, Professor in Environmental Science Department and Coordinator of Mangrove Research Center, Fakir Mohan University, to address the gathering.
Esteemed Vice Chancellor, Professor Santosh Kumar Tripathi, Chairman Vijay Council, Professor Santosh Kumar Adwana, esteemed keynote speaker, Dr. Sitaram Pandey, esteemed Adjunct Professor, Professor Anil Guswa, esteemed coordinator, Dr. Mihitana Das, esteemed faculty member, and head of the Department of Environmental Science, Professor Sujendra Kumar De, Director R&D, Professor Pankaj Kumar Padi, and head of the Department of Chemistry, Professor Prakash Chandra Misra, and head of the Department of all the departments, faculty members, members of the Botany Department, and dear research scholars and students. It is a matter of great pleasure on my part to welcome you all to this celebration of International Mangrove Day. Time is a little short, so I will show my PPT presentation if time permits or in some other occasions. Just I am giving you the importance of this day. Prior to that, I want to speak something about this mangrove plants. I feel very much privileged here because, to be very honest, this is the brainchild of our esteemed Vice Chancellor. This opening of the Mangrove Research Center is the idea of our esteemed Vice Chancellor. And I also feel privileged to sit in this chair. Professor Vice Chancellor was my teacher at Utkal University. At that time, I was in PMI department, I was in Botany department. My guide was Professor Bhavani Prasad Chaudhary, who is no more. He is a renowned taxonomist of our state. When I was an MSc student, I had got the opportunity to have a visit to Mangrove Forest with my guide. And in that visit, Professor Anil Guswa, he was one of the organizers of that visit. At that time, Professor Bhaktana Subudi, who was a scientist at NRI Kotak, and who happens to be the brother-in-law Dr. Sitaram Pandey, our keynote speaker. Dr. Subudi, Anil Guswa, we have a visit to Mangroves of Mahadev Delta. He has stayed in the residence of the uncle of Professor Anil Guswa. And very often I have visited this mangrove forest with Sitaram Pandey. So it is a matter of great pleasure to revive my memory. Under the guidance of Professor P.P. Chaudhary, I started my research work on mangroves just after I joined the education service. I had my PhD on mangroves of Mahadev Delta. And after that, I have been associated with the conservation, restoration, and floristic exploration of mangroves of different parts of the state of ODISHA. Starting from Bhitarkanika, Mahadev Delta, Devi Estuary, Dhamra Estuary. We are very lucky that nature has provided this mangrove ecosystem, which is a unique ecosystem, which plays a significant role in controlling the cyclones and tsunami. We have mangroves in Puri district, Astarang area, then in Jagatsinghpur district, and near Jatadharman, Paradip, and also Kendrapara district, Bhitarkanika, Bhadra district, Dhamra Estuary, Baleshwar, this Vichitrapur, which are Chairman Vichitrapur told, and also Satha Estuary. And these mangroves are the protective covering of our coastal ecosystem. Students of botany and non-science, they know it, and they have special ecological adaptations that will be all told by our keynote speaker. Viviparous germination of the seed germinates within the fruit. That if seed falls on the ground, it will not germinate. They have salt excretory glands. କାହିଁକିନା ଆମେ ଶୋଷ ହେଲେ ଲୁଣି ପାଣି ପିଇ ପାରିବା ନାହିଁ, ବେଶୀ ଶୋଷ ସେମାନଙ୍କ ଅପସନ୍ ନାହିଁ, ସେମାନେ ଲୁଣି ପାଣି ପିଅନ୍ତି, ଲୁଣକୁ ଛାଡ଼ିବା ପାଇଁ ଦିଆ ସଲ୍ଟ ଏକ୍ସପ୍ଲୋରେଟରୀ ଗ୍ଲାସ୍। ମଞ୍ଜି ତଳେ ପଡ଼ିଲେ ଗଜା ହେବନି, ସେଠି ଫ୍ରୁଟ୍ ଭିତରେ ମଞ୍ଜି ଗଜା ହୁଏ। ପବନ ଜୋରରେ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଷ୍ଟିଲ୍ ଫ୍ରୁଟ୍ ସିଷ୍ଟମ୍ ଅଛି, ସବୁବେଳେ ରୁଟ୍ ବାଟେ ଗଛ ରେସ୍ପିରେସନ୍ କରିଥାଏ ଅନେକ ସମୟରେ, ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଦିଆ ସ୍ପେଶାଲ୍ ଟାଇପ୍ ଅଫ୍ ରୁଟ୍ କଲ୍ ନିଉମାଟୋ ଫ୍ରୁଟ୍ସ, respiratory roots. So nature has provided these adaptations to them to sustain in the coastal areas. They are there to protect us from the intensity of super cyclones and tsunami. किंतु मनुष्य ता लोभ वशवर्ती होई अनेक समय मैंग्रोव फॉरेस्ट क्लियर करिकि सेठी वर्तमान हम सो पिसी कल्चर करछे, जहा फल रे हमर जेतेबेले cyclones and tsunami are natural phenomena, they will happen, but we have to protect us. शीत हबो आमे हमको बिजुकु स्वेटर पिंधिया पड़िबो, सेमान स्वेटर बळे कि हम तो क्लियर कर देछे। आउ स्टेट ऑफ ओडिशा अनेक समय हम स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम सुपर साइक्लोन्स सीजुडा हम थिला भीतर कनिकार विशेष डैमेज हला नाही कि अलगा रे बहुत डैमेज हला नो आफ्टर दैट फानी गुडुडे नंबर ऑफ इवेंट्स आर टेकिंग प्लेस इन आवर स्टेट। So the conservation of the existing mangroves and restoration in the degraded lands is an urgent need of the hour for our protection. They are important source of carbon sink, carbon sequestrations. There is global warming. So the best way to check that is to have more extensive plantation of mangroves, so that they can absorb the carbon dioxide. So they play a significant role. But because of these biotic interferences, starting from the establishment of Paradip phosphate limited, clearing of forest for urbanizations, these mangrove forests are now present in degraded condition. So these are to be restored in the degraded lands. And that restoration of mangroves is not an easy task, because they are in a very tough environmental situations. For restore, we can plant mangroves, but their maintenance is very difficult. Unless our mangrove can लगा जाए सेटा किंतु जेतेबेले साइक्लोन सुनामी आसे टाइड आसे सब नष्ट हो जाए। सेतिके there should be a collaborative effort of the forest department and educational institutions. They play a significant role. ଆମର ଫରେଷ୍ଟ डिपार्टमेंट ଅନେକ ସମୟ ନେଗୋସିଏସନ ବି ହେଇଛି, ଆଜି ଏଠୁ ପିଓ କୁ ଆସିବା କଥା, ତାଙ୍କ ପି ଏନଗେଜମେଣ୍ଟ ସବୁ କଥା ଆସି ପାରିଲେ ନାହିଁ, but we have collaborations ତାଙ୍କ ଫରେଷ୍ଟ ସହିତ ଆମ ସହିତ ଆମେ କଲେ ଅନେକ କୋଲାବରେଟିଭ କାମ କରିପାରିବା। ତା ଛଡ଼ା ମ୍ୟାନଗ୍ରୋଭ have enormous potential for bioprospective. ଅନେକ ସେମାନଙ୍କର ରହିଛି ଆମର କେମିକାଲ କମ୍ପୋନେଣ୍ଟ, ସେଗୁଡାକର ଆମେ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ବି ଫାଇଟୋକେମିକାଲ ଆନାଲିସିସ୍ ଆଣ୍ଟିମିଏଲ ଆକ୍ଟିଭିଟି ଷ୍ଟଡିଜ ବି କରୁଛୁ। ଆମ ଡିପାର୍ଟମେଣ୍ଟ ଅନେକ ସ୍କଲାରମାନେ ମ୍ୟାନଗ୍ରୋଭ କାମ ବି କରୁଛନ୍ତି। ଆଉ ଆମ ଯୋଉ ସା ଇନିସିଏଟିଭ ନେଇଛନ୍ତି ମ୍ୟାନଗ୍ରୋଭ ରିସର୍ଚ୍ଚ ସେଣ୍ଟର ବି already 10 lakh rupees have already been sanctioned. It already initiative of licensor. Of course, it has been little delayed from my side. I am with that. But the file has already been approved. Very soon we are going to have some appointments of scholars to carry out these projects. So it is, and because of a strategic location, this center, I hope, will flourish a lot in future. So there is a lot of prospects. जेमती कि हमर हॉर्स क्राफ्ट जेमती ओपन कराला बर्तन अनेक फंड्स गुड आसुची, और आशा आगु को हम विभिन्न सोर्स रु अनेक फंड्स आसीबा। ए मैंग्रोव रिस्टोरेशन ता केवल हमर इनिशिएटिव ग्लोबल लेवल रे बर्तन होछ। सेति पे यूनेस्को 2015 में वर्ल्ड मैंग्रोव डे का इंटरनेशनल मैंग्रोव डे सेलिब्रेशन करछ। और प्राइमरी इनला टू हैव टू क्रिएट पब्लिक अवेयरनेस फॉर द कंजर्वेशन एंड रिस्टोरेशन ऑफ मैंग्रोव। से इनरे आमे आज ओरुसे हमर जो कीनोट स्पीकर आछंती सीताराम पंडा, ताका सहित अनेक समय मोर फील्ड एक्सपीरियंस भी अछि, प्रोफेसर अनिल विश्वास भास्ट एक्सपीरियंस अछि प्लांट टैक्सोनॉमी मैंग्रोव से भी कहिबे। आमे फ्यूचर एक ओकेजन भी एक प्रोजेक्ट आमे कंटिन्यू करिबा, और आशा हमर सेंटर भविष्य में गोटे भलो सेंटर ऑफ रिसर्च ऑन द मैंग्रोव्स व्हिच विल हैव national and international influence. With this I extend my speech. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your profound insights and highlighting the vital environmental perspectives of mangrove ecosystems and maintenance of mangrove system. It is really necessary to conserve the mangrove nowadays. I now invite Professor Anil Kumar Biswal, Adjunct Professor of PG Department of Botany and Mentor of Mangrove Research Center, Fakir Mohan University वाले sir to share his words of wisdom. Sir, please.
आज आमर फकीरमोहन विश्वविद्यालय प्रकृति राणी कीर्ति भरोसा अत्यंत मनोरम कमनीय नमनीय रमणीय परिवेश परिवेश आम अत्यंत महत्वपूर्ण दिवस पालन करुचु से दिवस पालन करूनु मो पई कुलपति पई दिवस पालन करा जाउची मो सामने बसिथिबा यंग एनर्जेटिक डायनामिक एवं ज्ञान पिपासु छात्र छात्री मन अरण्य सभापति प्रोफेसर संतोष कुमार त्रिपाठी महोदय, देवर चेयरमैन पीस काउंसिल डॉक्टर संतोष कुमार अग्रवाल, कीनोट स्पीकर my dear Dr. Sitaram Panda from Desai, and mentor of the Mangrove Research Center of Fakir Mohan University, Dr. Ranjan Naik, and dear Veetan Das, coordinator of Department Botany, सुजन बाबू, पंकज बाबू, प्रकाश बाबू, all Panda madam, Das madam, my dear beloved students. For your kind information, the particular International Mangrove Day was conceived in the year 2015 by UNESCO. But the first International Mangrove Day was celebrated on 26 July 2016. And our university is celebrating the day the first time. I don't know why the lacuna, because the Mangrove Research Center or concept of research on mangrove, concept of research on restoration of coastal ecosystem, resilience of mangrove ecosystem, and started maybe 12 years back, more than that. Maybe it was taken some shape during the vice chancellorship of Professor S.P. Adhikari. And the sole witness of those mangrove vessels was witnessed by 3 plants standing just in front of the gate of the Department of Plant Science. Candelier plant, Sindhuka, and Botany, Bruggeria Generation plants are there. I am a regular visitor to the department in commercial exams such as that, and I have been also witnessing those 3 Sakhi, Mukasaki. And the research are there. The mangrove is sustaining here, living, standing there. Candelier, both of these species, Candelier and the Bulgaria, are not growing luxuriantly as we are seeing nearby Talsali, or maybe Chudamani or Santha. I came to know that one flowering or one fruiting can appear in that particular plant, Bulgaria, Botany gasar hekira, kintu Candelier gasar ekotha thayira. Because the same ecological condition, the conducive condition, not being provided by our campus. What plant are sustaining? They are struggling. And maybe another factor, the plants need certain natural biological pollinators for pollination. If pollination are there, then fertilization, the fruits will be there. Maybe the particular pollinators are not there in your campus. Maybe this is the research. We can assign to one student or PhD why this is happening and this is not happening in the native forest. it will be very disheartening to know that during the last 40 years, half of the mangrove ecosystem or mangrove forest has been lost, disappeared from the world surface globally. And for your kind information, the disappearing of a mangrove is 5 times more than the terrestrial forest. In ODISHA, we are having more than 53,000 square kilometers of forest. But mangrove only 258.98 square kilometer. But we are discussing much about this. Keeping this alarming situation, our university has shown great concern. Already, we have tried or initiated to put the particular portion or aspect of this research in our own project. So, already indicated by Professor Ranindra Naik, we will go ahead with the firm commitment, determination, do something in the field of mangrove research on behalf of our university. During your technical session, if time permits, I will discuss something technical thing on this mangrove research aspects. Here I conclude my message that we have to do something. Our university has the advantage to be very near to the mangrove ecosystem, like Salsari, Sartha, the created Vichitrapu, Ramoni, even if and they have also put their views or they have exposed their intention before us. We have invited Mr. Pratik Prakash Indolkar, IFS DO Baleshwar, has agreed due to bigger engagement at Bithapkarika, they are celebrating the International Mangrove Day there, and he has sent his message to us. With due permission, Chair, I would like to read out the message of the side. The message for the occasion of International Mangrove Day celebrated at Fakir Mohan University. Distinguished Vice Chancellor, member of the faculty, researchers, and bright young students and Bhatais of Fakir Mohan University. Good morning. I deeply regret that due to an urgent and unavoidable official work, I am unable to join you in person today at your esteemed campus for this celebration of International Day for the Conservation of the Mangrove Ecosystem. While I can't be there physically, I felt it was essential to share these few words with you on a topic so vital to our future, shared future. When most people in Odisha talk about mangroves, their minds immediately go to Bithapkarika. But standing here in Baleshwar, we don't need to look hours down the coast to understand why these forest matters. Just simply compare the mangroves of Bhavalpur and mangrove of Sudamani. You get picture. So we have this remarkable ecological system right in our background, stretching through Vichitrapu and Subarnrekha estuary. Geographically, Baleshwar's mangrove are literally our first line of defense as you move south from Sundarbans, sitting right where Subarnrekha river meets the Bengal. These trees survive under extreme conditions, heavy silt, silting sides, and fluctuating salinity. They host vibrant ecosystems from red ghost crabs colonies to critical migratory bird habitats. Yet, for a long time, they have not been received the adequate attention, scientific spotlight they truly deserve. Now, let me share a perspective from where we sit in the forest department. On the ground, our daily work involves raising nurseries in difficult mudflats, carrying out plantations, and protecting these zones from illegal encroachment or clearance. But if I am being completely honest with you, law enforcement and sapling plantation drives alone will never be enough to save an ecosystem. Our coastline are facing intense pressure, sea levels are rising, cyclone frequencies are changing, and human pressure on coastal land is real. We can patrol the creeks, but we can't solve these complex environmental problems using traditional administrative methods alone. That's why we need synergy. For too long, forest administration and academic institutions have worked together. We have built infrastructure, frontline personnel, and statutory authority. You have analytical tools, precise methods, and intellectual energy. If your research papers remain confined to university libraries and our field teams operate without the lateral scientific data, both of us are such. When administrative capability combines with genuine scientific inquiry, our conservation efforts stop being reactive and start being precise. And last paragraph, they have particular new concept, teaching intention, how can you will be, contributing in our efforts, joint efforts. So the faculty get invited, faculty, researchers and students. In this audience, here is my open invitation to all of you. Number one, bring your research to our fields. Help us mapping ecologically sensitive and biodiversity rich areas so that we can pursue to get it declared as some protected areas with statutory backing like Gaimata Marine World Sanctuary in Botany system. Number two, help us quantify their value, which we have already keep in mind. Work on microeconomic studies showing how healthy mangroves directly soften local fisheries and protect coastal villages from storm surges. Hard data helps us make a stronger case for protection. Number three, engage with our local communities, help translate complex ecological concepts into simple, actionable awareness for the fishing communities around Kalsari and Bichtapu. Then, fourth one, work the mudflats with us. My office doors are always open for collaborative research, field internships, and joint projects. When major cyclones like Pelin, Fani, or Yas battered our coast, the villages sitting behind the healthy mangrove beds consistently suffered less damage. Those trees stood their ground and absorbed the shocks. The question we need to answer today, that is, are you ready to stand for them? To the young minds at Fakir Mohan University, let us build a strong, practical partnership between the academia and the field workers to keep Balasor's coastline resilient and alive. I wish the event a great success, and I look forward to interacting with your faculty and students in very near future. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Lord Jagannath. With regards, Pratik Prakash Indarkar, IFS, Division of Forest Officer, Balasur. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words and for always guiding our research journey with your immense expertise. Also, thank you, sir, for sharing beautiful such message with us. Now, I request our esteemed Vice Chancellor to kindly felicitate Dr. Sitaram Prasad Panda, Scientist, Botanical Survey of India, West Bengal. Botanical Survey of India, West Bengal, to deliver his address.
So respected pieces and the dignitaries sitting on the dais and off the dais and my friends, it is my privilege to be here to share my knowledge, what I have acquired from 2002 till now while exploring the mangrove, different chunk of mangrove from ODISHA to share with you. So I think we all are privileged to gather or to witness this event and to spread the awareness on mangroves. It should not be restricted to or confined to this two only because we are telling so many things. So we have to do this thing, that thing, but after some time we forget everything. So that should not be the case. What I have experienced from my 20 years of experience in Botany, what I have learned, who have formulated the conservation practices, they are not practical at all. They are formulated in confined groups like this, without going to the field, without studying the vegetation, without addressing the problems. So, as we are ahead of we are facilitated with all equipments, having all facilities. So we should not repeat that mistake. And we have the privilege of having Botany here in Odisha, where biodiversity wise, it is in world level, it is the third position in mangrove biodiversity, next to Sundarban. Sundarban holds the first position, and our Botany is second position. Though we have very insignificant coverage of mangrove in Odisha, it is almost as Dr. Anil Mishal have told, it is around 260 square kilometers. It is quite insignificant. Out of that, Bhitarkanika covers around 200 square kilometers. So rest mangrove chunks starting from Devi Estuary, Jatadhar Mohan, and Mahanadi Delta, your Bahuda Estuary, all account for 50 square kilometer only. So this is the high time we should take up the plantation program in appropriate manner and implement it in ground basis. Because what I have observed during any plantation program, we wait from the command from the higher authority. Suppose higher authority may be the PCCF. The PCCF commands you have to go for 100 square kilometer of mangrove plantation. While it will come to be implemented, it will be implemented by some outsourced employee without knowing the basics of mangroves, or very unscientific manner they are doing, without addressing whether the season and the ecological conditions are feasible for plantation or not. So in that way we are losing lot of resources. Not only resources, manpower as well as money, everything was lost. We are not achieving our target. At the same time, if you consider about Gujarat, they have a mangrove ministry separately. Though they have not diversified mangrove flora, their mangrove plantation mainly based on Avicennia marina, but the coverage is quite high. They are acquiring the second position in mangrove coverage next to Sundarbans. So we have to learn from them and implement it. So with this note, I should say that request all our youngsters, we have some responsibility towards the nature. We are taking everything from the nature for our requirement, starting from oxygen to whatever you want. But we are not do nothing but the nature. So this is the high time we should realize our responsibilities and learn what mangrove forest can do, and we think for planting mangroves and conserve the unique habitat which our state is blessed with. And I also thank the authorities at BC, especially BC, for inviting me to share my knowledge in this International Mangrove Day celebration. And thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words about the plantation and conserve the mangroves. To celebrate the talent and creativity of our students, we now move to the prize distribution ceremony for the essay and oral presentation competition. I request Dr. Karisma Das, Assistant Professor of PG Department of Botany, to announce the winners' names.
A very good afternoon to everyone. Esteemed Vice Chancellor, PGC Dr. Mihitarai Das, Dr. Narendra Sir, and keynote speaker Sitaram Sir, and our adjunct professor Dr. Radhi Kumar Biswal Sir. So our department conducted various competitions on English essay and oral. For us, all are winners because all have enthusiasm and all have sincere efforts. But as per rule, we have to announce the winners. So on English essay, the third prize goes to Miss Prabhati Parida, third semester PG Department of Commerce. And the joint prize goes to Miss Swayam Pragya Sena, third semester PG Department of Botany. The second prize goes to Miss Pujarani Sahu, third semester PG Department of Environmental Science. The first prize goes to Miss Ipsita Malik, third semester PG Department of Botany. Now the result for oral presentation. The third prize goes to Mr. Kesari Prasad Mahanti, PhD Scholar, Department of Botany. The joint second prize goes to Abhinav Sahu, PhD Scholar, PG Department of Environmental Science, and Preeti Paramita Dwivedi, MSc third semester, PG Department of Botany. The first prize goes to Miss Upasana Patnaik, PhD Scholar, Department of Bioscience and Biotechnology. A big applause for all the winners and all participants. And the participants for oral presentation can collect their participant certificate from our department.
First of all, I request our esteemed Vice Chancellor to felicitate Professor Santosh Kumar Agrawala Sir, Chairman Postgraduate Council and Head of the PG Department of Botany.
esteemed Chairman KG Council, Professor Santosh Kumar Agrawal, his keynote speaker, Dr. Sitaram Prasad Panda, mentor of Fakir Mohan University, Mangrove Research Center, Professor Anil Kumar Vishwa, coordinator of MRC, Professor Ranendra Kumar Naik, PI of Mangrove Research Center, Dr. Veer Das, teachers of Department of Botany, teachers from all other departments who are attending this program. I should consider that most students would have been there because it is it should not be limited to botany. However, students present here having interest in this topic and the subject. And dear scholars, I should consider that this is the inaugural day of Mangrove Research Center. And consider that on this auspicious day of International Mangrove Day, we are inaugurating this center with an expectation that university should be a partner with other related departments to propagate, to conserve, to see that mangrove grow in coastal area to save human life, contribute to medicinal uses and all this as told by experts. Anil sir said that it is disheartening that from 2016 or 15 the day should have been celebrated. Fact remains, we are too much compartmentalized in our we never believe in multidisciplinary. Always, perhaps the Department of Botany was created in 2018 and teachers are yet to be appointed. So it can be considered as Muravina Vivaga. I mean, ଦାୟିତ୍ୱ ନେଲୁ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ସେଟା ଆକ୍ଟିଭ ହେଇଯାଇଛି ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଡେରି ହେଲା କିନ୍ତୁ ଡେରି ହେଲେ ବି କିଛି ଫଳ ଆଶା କରାଯାଇପାରେ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଆମେ ଉଦ୍ଭିଦ ବିଜ୍ଞାନ ବିଭାଗକୁ ନିଶ୍ଚିତ ଭାବରେ ଅଭିନନ୍ଦନ ଜଣାଇବା ବଡ଼ପତି ହିସାବରେ ମେରି ସାର୍ଙ୍କୁ ଏବଂ ତାଙ୍କ ଦଳକୁ ଅଭିନନ୍ଦନ ଜଣାଇବା ଛାତ୍ରଛାତ୍ରୀଙ୍କୁ ଅଭିନନ୍ଦନ ଜଣାଇବା ଯେ ସେମାନେ ଡେରି ହଉ ପଛେ এই আন্তর্জাতিক দিবস পালন କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଉଦ୍ୟମ ଆରମ୍ଭ କରିଛନ୍ତି ଯାହା ସୂଚାଉଛି ଆଗକୁ ଭଲ ଦିନ ଆସୁଛି ହୃଦୟ ଭାଙ୍ଗିଗଲେ ସବୁ ଭାଙ୍ଗିବ ହୃଦୟ ରହିଲେ ମସ୍ତିଷ୍କ ରହିବ ହୃଦୟ ରହିଲେ ଗୋଡ଼ ହାତ ଭଲ ଚାଲିବ ହୃଦୟ ରହିଲେ ପ୍ରେମ ବଢ଼ିବ ସ୍ନେହ ବଢ଼ିବ ସମ୍ମାନ ବଢ଼ିବ ଶ୍ରଦ୍ଧା ବଢ଼ିବ ଅନୁକମ୍ପା ବଢ଼ିବ ଅନେକ କଥା ହେଇଯିବ ତେଣୁ ଆପଣ ଡିସାଇଡ୍ स्वीकार करचंती डीएफओ महोदय जे लॉ एनफोर्समेंट जरिया रे सब कथा संभव हो हमको सेउठु आरंभ करे स्वीकार करे ए स्वीकारित्र मूल रे अछि जे कोनसी कार्य रे हो आईन सब समाधान रो बात हमें जानि छे मैंग्रोव कमी जीवन और सफरिंग विषय हम जानिछे सुपर साइक्लोन हो नॉलेज सर बोलले ए समय रे बहुत मैंग्रोव थिला किंतु आ नॉट आ नाही जो जगह ना बोलले से जगह बेसी अफेक्टेड हिची एवं ए समय रे जो जगह बेसी अफेक्टेड हिची से जगह बहुत मैंग्रोव थिला एटा इतिहास में एक कम दिन तळ कथा 1980 मसिया जाय थिला 80 मसिया पर जो चुमड़ी चाष संस्कृति आसला सेथरे लोक मैंग्रोव कटाई की चुमड़ी चाष आरंभ दुबई वहागला सरकारी भाव रे 10000 लोक मले तो हम व्यक्तिगत भाव रे जानि 60000 रो कम कारण मो घर जगतसिंहपुर एवं बात्या परे सेठी पाखा पाखी 8 मास धरी काम विभिन्न प्रकार काम कला बेले आमे जतिकी सुनिचु जानिचु जतिकी घर भासी जाइछि जतिकी लोक भासी जाइछन्ते से विषय जति अध्ययन कराइ गोरु गाई जतिकी नष्ट होइछन ता विषय जति अध्ययन कराइबो लक्षाधिक कहले अत्युत्तम होने एवं संपत्तिर आकलन करि या जाइछि निर्दिष्ट कारण यदि मैंग्रोव नुहे किंतु मैंग्रोव होला सब बड़ कारण कारण पवन ढेउ को अटकेवार काम मैंग्रोव ही करे हम केबे सुनिले अस्तरंगरे बात्या है कि हम केबे सुनिले जटाधारी महान बात्या है कि आपण जदि जाई देखिबे समांचल नष्ट होईछि सेडा ही खोला अछि समुद्र एवं सेति पई जेटा अन्यतम विशिष्ट कारण पे सेठी एते क्षयक्षति स्वीकार करे पड़े एवं उद्भिद विज्ञान विभाग हिसाब रे बा जे कोनसी जीव विज्ञान विभाग हिसाब रे बा परिवेश विज्ञान विभाग हिसाब रे हमर उत्तरदायित्व रहउची आमे समाज को किछि दबा एवं दबार बाट बाहर करबा से बाटरे मैंग्रोव अन्यतम उपादेय बोली आसुची हमको जଣା पड़ुछि जेतबे मते सामान्यतम प्रपोजल मुहरे कुहाला हमें विश्वविद्यालय तरफ 10 लाख टका देवा कमिटमेंट करिछु हमें तो किंतु ता अर्थ में से 10 लाख रे सीमित रहइबो 10 लाख टा जते आगु बढ़िबो जते हमें हर्षु क्राउड डेवलप तक कंकड़ा रे 5 लाख दो भलो किछि पैसा पाइछु अपने प्रोजेक्ट जरिया रे और राज्य सरकार कर मंगल विभाग जरिया आगे को बढ़िबा पई मोर आशा रहइबो से उत्तरदायित्व मैंग्रोव रिसर्च सेंटर नबो और आगु सेतरे रणेंद्र सर के बेसी अनुरोध रहइबो कि घर नुआ नई की कार्यालय मुआ हेबे एवं कार्यालय मुआ हला परे जहा परीक्षागार आवश्यकता अछि बा परीक्षा आवश्यकता अछि के ध्यान देबे वयोज्येष्ठ तथा वरिष्ठ कर्मकर्ता हिसाब आपनकर उत्तरदायित्व आशा अनिल सर अछंती मेंटर हिसाब रे और आपण ताको अनिल भाई बोली डाकंती मु जति जानिछि भाई भाई बिसले बहुत काम है दया करी भाई भाई बिसले सचिव आस्तिले आपण भितरु अनेक सेठी जोगी पुणी संध्या बेले मते सचिव डाके नहला जाय कहबा उचित नै किंतु आशा वितरणी नदी सेतरे समान निष्पत्ति रहउजंती जे तीनटा विश्वविद्यालय को विश्व स्तरीय करबा पई एवं ना नवा उचित नै गोटे विश्वविद्यालय काटी आम विश्वविद्यालय ना रखबा पई उद्यम जारी मानक उद्यम जोगु आमे जति की देखि पाछि सेति के समाने संतुष्ट अछंती एवं हमको आगु आहुरी सहायता दवा पई राजी अछि आपण घोषणा करी कहि परिबी जदि सेकता घटे तले आमे 500 कोटी टका सहायता पाइबा विशेष 500 कोटी मुंडया पे मुंड मो एका मुंड ने मो किछ करे मोर लागत नाही मोर पढेबार संभावना नाही मो आपण मान को सहायता रे आगु को विश्वविद्यालय को नवा पे उद्यम करबे तछड़ा किछ करबे तनो अनुरोध रही आपण माने समस्त लागतु एबे जो बैकग्राउंड पेपर हम दबाव पड़बो सेटा सेमिति होवा दरकार जेतरे की संभावना अछि बोली जानिले हम निश्चय से स्थान पर मिलिबो एवं बड़ बड़ यूनिवर्सिटी संगे हमकु प्रतियोगिता करे आगे को बढ़िया अछि समस्त सहयोग नहले सेटा संभव नहीं और आज छु अनुरोध से व्यवस्था आसीबा पूर्व हमें जेमति ले से भितरे केमति रहबा तापे यत्नशील होबा सेतरे किछि जिंस आलोचना स्थल रे आसला आउ पाठ पढ़ा नहीं जोटा कि क्लासरूम भीतर सेटा पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट पिला मान को छाड़ी दे से माने ताकर पढ़िबे किंतु हमको गवेषणा रे साहाय्य से माने भी भाबिबा उचित न हम आसी उद्भिद विज्ञान रे डिग्री नेला पर म दायित्व सरी डिग्री गोटे कागज न डिग्री गोटे मान्यता हो जो मान्यता रे तम माने आगु को बढ़ी पारे डिग्री सेतेबेले मान्यता हो जेतेबेले तमे इंटरेक्शन जरिया एक्सपेरिमेंटल लर्निंग जरिया से विषयटा विशद भाव रे जान उद्भिद विज्ञान को विशद भाव रे जाने ले एई माध्यम रे एक्सपेरिमेंटल लर्निंग और एक्सपीरियंशियल लर्निंग जरिया रे तुमे से डिग्रीटा को संपूर्ण भाव रे व्यवहार करबा को योग्यता हासिल कर कागज तो समस्त और सार मैडम माने एते दौड़ जे से कागज रे का को द्वितीय श्रेणी देखै जान से पछे कैरियर सब तो द्वितीय स्थिति आनी के आस्था एठी पहुंचले से माझी भलो तो केबे अस्वीकार करू माझी बार संभावना मु भाबु लर्निंग सेते होउची जो तरी तमान फर्स्ट क्लास कागज माने से फर्स्ट क्लास कागज ता यदि व्यवहार योग्य में से कागज रो माने ताकू आमे समस्त मिसी व्यवहार योग्य सेते आउटकम बेस्ड टीचिंग लर्निंग मस्ट बी देयर सोशल साइंस लोग को दिन आमे खसु हमर तो लैबोरेटरी नहीं परीक्षागार नहीं कुछ नहीं परीक्षागार समस्त होछि परीक्षागार कार नहीं आपण तो विराट परीक्षा फकीर मोहन विश्वविद्यालय जेतले बालेश्वर जिल्ला रे अछि एवं जुरिसडिक्शन हिसाब रे भद्रक को मध्य नैछि आपण को परीक्षागार विज्ञान मेळा गोटे घरे नहे आपण को परीक्षागार पूरा बालेश्वर और भद्रक जिल्ला सारा अछि तो आपण को सेठी मध्य काम करिकि देखिबार अछि आउटकम बेस्ड रिसर्च एंड लर्निंग स्टडी द्वितीय एजेंडा रहिछि सोसाइटल आउटरीच प्रत्येक विभाग सामाजिक दायित्व बोध नवा दरकार एवं समाज पाखरे पहुंचला एज द सेकंड मैन हमको से विषय रे चिंता करियार अछि आगु बढ़ी तापर अछि प्रोडक्ट बेस्ड जो पीएचडी स्कॉलर माने बड़ा बड़ी पढ़ा करी पीएचडी करूछथि मु आज घोषणा करूछि मु भाबुछि आपण माने जो एग्जाम लिस्ट दउछथि मु ता देरे किछि अदल बदल कर एवं जदी आउटकम बेस्ड न हेतिबो बा प्रोडक्ट बेस्ड न हेतिबो विज्ञान विभाग रे आउटकम बेस्ड न हेतिबो सामाजिक विज्ञान विभाग रे तो बोधे से थीसिस करेवा बंदोबस्त करी आपण माने आगु टिके जाने साइंस विभाग में आउटिके अछि टेक्नोलॉजी ट्रांसफर जहां आपण कहउछथि ताकू केमती काम रे लागिवो टेक्नोलॉजी ट्रांसफर जरिया रे से विषय मते उत्तम जियोलॉजी डिपार्टमेंट माइनिंग रे काम करछि तेनो सेठी नुवा जिंस जहां बाहर छि सेटा जल्दी ट्रांसफर हे आमे जदी 500 कोटी टका पाइबा से अनुसार लैबोरेटरी डेवलप करबा से अनुसार आगु मोर प्रपोजल अछि मु चेयरमैन पीजी काउंसिल सारे कथा कहउथली आमे 9-10 टा विभाग खुली सेल्फ फाइनेंस आज से विषय में धन्यवाद राज्यपाल को चिठी लिखु एवं सही बेसिस रे हमें किछि टेक्नोलॉजी जनित विभाग एठी मध्य खुली मल्टी डिसिप्लिन एवं ताकर अप्रोच रहइबो दे विल कंट्रीब्यूट टू एक्जिस्टिंग डिपार्टमेंट्स विल आल्सो कंट्रीब्यूट जो हमें आरंभ करू सेल्फ फाइनेंस मॉडल जहां प्रतिश्रुति अछि से अनुसार हमको से विभाग मध्य आगु मिली हमर एजेंडा रहइबो टू डू फॉर द सोसाइटी एंड कंट्रीब्यूट समथिंग टू द सोसाइटी टू द मैंग्रोव रिसर्च सेंटर अंततः मैंडेट हवा दरकार हमें अवेयरनेस को आरंभ करी कंजर्वेशन एवं जागृत करिवार व्यवस्था करिया यदि हमें विश्वविद्यालय हिसाब वर्ष को 1 किलोमीटर भी मैंग्रोव प्लांटेशन करे ताको कंसीडर करले बहुत ताठू बड़ काम किछ ते अनिल सर मने कहउतले in Odisha this is the first university which is having a center like Mangrove research. अनेक कार्य आम प्रथम अनेक कार्य आम प्रथम खाली छोट एवं बालेश्वर रही जाइए देखा छुआ गुड़ाक भी आम एत मांदा होती से बाहर जाई कहि पारना जे आम विश्वविद्यालय भल सब भल यदि समस्ते एक स्वर रे कहवा आजिकल है मार्केटिंग की छात्र शिक्षक कर्मचारी यदि समस्ते एक स्वर रे कहवा आम भल आम सर्वश्रेष्ठ आम निश्चित भाव में निजी को प्रतिपादित कर मोर अनुरोध रहे सोशल मीडिया को जो रील कर सीमित रखिच दयाकर विश्वविद्यालय टिके गुणगान कर सेटा जो हम निश्चित भाव में आम मार्केटिंग भल हम आम आहरी सहायता पाइबा आहरी आगे बढ़ पुणी थे धन्यवाद देवी मीर साहब को एवं कंपनी को जे सी ये दिवस मैंग्रोव रिसर्च सेंटर उद्घाटन पे व्यवस्था करछन्ती रणेंद्र सर को विशेष धन्यवाद देवी पश्चिम बंगल आसथिबा सीताराम बाबू जे हमको आज बेले दिन रे दिग्दर्शन करिवे एवं आपण मानकु बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद नमस्कार
Thank you, sir, for your profound vision, leadership, and words of motivation that always inspire us to achieve greater academic and environmental heights. In true sense, our esteemed Vice Chancellor is the real driving and motivating force to create Mangrove Research Center at our university. And we will try our best, and we must create mangrove forest in near future. To conclude today's celebration and express our collective thanks, I invite Dr. Biswajit Patra, Assistant Professor of PG Department of Botany and member of Mangrove Research Center, Fakir Mohan University, to deliver vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of PG Department of Botany and Mangrove Research Center, Fakir Mohan University, Odisha, I extend my heartfelt vote of thanks to all who made today's International Mangrove Program 2026 a grand success. I sincerely express my gratitude to our esteemed Vice Chancellor sir for presiding over the program and for his inspiring guidance. I also extend my heartfelt thanks to our chief guest, Dr. Sitaram Prasad Panda, scientist BSI, for his enlightening keynote address. I also thanks Professor Santosh Agrawala sir, Professor Ranendra Nayak sir, Professor Anil Kumar Biswal sir, Dr. Mihir Tanay Das sir, Prakash sir, Mihir sir, and Pankaj sir, and head and coordinator of the PG department, faculty members, research scholars, students, participants, and organizing committee for their valuable support and active participation. Finally, I thank everyone present for making this conference meaningful and successful. Thank you.